Hey everyone,
Hey
happy Tuesday.
guys,
We
happy
hope that all
Tuesday.
of you guys are having a great, beautiful morning. How are you, Alondra?
I'm great so far. It's a beautiful morning here at UTRGV. How are you?
I am doing amazing. If you guys are wondering why we have two different screens, it's because Alondra's actually on the other side of the studio filming. Because today we actually have our first guest on our show. He is a Go UTRGV Sport broadcast intern and reporter. So please help us give a warm welcome to the incredible, talented Mathew Huerta.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me on y'all's show for today. I
Yes,
think
we're excited.
everyone can agree that both of y'all have been a great inspiration into getting new people possibly involved. New students as well. So I'm excited to get the show started.
How are you doing today, Mathew?
I'm actually doing really good. It's honestly been a stressful week, more so because everyone's starting school, everyone's trying to organize their schedules. But of course, that's what friends are for, and that's why we're all just trying to accommodate to our school schedules right now.
As you know, last week was our first week of school here at UTRGV. Everything was online. How have you been feeling about that?
Honestly, I don't really like online because I've always been a more face-to-face person. I truly always did not like texting. I'm a really bad texter, so I usually send voice memos and stuff.
Same.
And it's the same thing when it comes to school online. I feel like just being at home and getting, I don't know, I just get distracted. I have a cat at home and just I see it and I want to play with him.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'm sure everyone's the same way. And I prefer in person. So hopefully, once the pandemic calms down a bit, we could all come back on campus.
On your first week of school that you were home, did you ever come to campus?
Yes, I actually do come on campus every Monday. As you had mentioned when you introduced me, I am a broadcast intern. So the broadcast internships that I'm currently in does consist of literally every single thing as far as reporting, as far as learning technicality of streams when it comes to any sort of athletic game that you see with UTRGV athletics. And I also do the V60 segment on Go UTRGV's social medias. So we film that every Monday morning and we have it posted by the night. And that's when I do come on campus during the week. And apart from the games that we usually have here at the field house.
That's great. We actually have a few more questions for you guys. I don't know if Ruben, you would like to ask the first one.
Or I want you to ask, Alondra.
Me to ask? Oh. Okay, so let's see. So I know that you're like a content creator. What
Okay.
inspired you to be in that path or so?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
Yeah, of
Let's get
course. No,
started.
yeah, it's because it's like everyone, I feel nowadays, everyone does want to jump onto the social media game. And that's why I see both of y'all try to do the same. And it's awesome. I've just always enjoyed the world of social media and just content creation ever since I was 8 years old when I had access, when my sister gave me access to Facebook and
Mhm.
recording videos. That's when I started getting a passion for having that online presence, I guess you could say. And ever since then, I started my YouTube channel. And then I went from Musically all the way to TikTok. And then now I'm currently making YouTube videos and on my own YouTube channel. And I guess this passion for being a content creator transitioned into now going into this broadcast field. So, I guess I'll answer a further question that other people may have. As far as my major right now, it's in broadcast and a marketing minor. So, of course, I think just having that sort of social media type of, I guess, presence transitioned into what I'm currently studying. And as you can tell, I'm on Go UTRG social medias and ESPN Plus streams. So it's been really fun. And I totally encourage people to just take that extra step and being more confident in your decisions because I feel everyone kind of just told me not to go into this field, but I was like, no, like I really like
I
it.
like
So
it. Yeah, stick to it.
that's currently where I stand right now.
That's good.
Now that you mentioned ESPN Plus, how has that been like? It seems like it's a
That's
lot of
cool.
fun because it's like a huge network
Yeah,
for sports. So
it is.
how's that like?
It is a huge network, as you can tell. Every single platform in general has transitioned into streaming platforms. So right now there is ESPN, the TV channel, and there's ESPN Plus, the streaming channel. So we are on the app. So if you're ever looking to watch a UTRGV game, we are on WAC Digital Network, and we're also on ESPN Plus. And the way that works is our games are streamed through there. So me and my coworker, Julissa Martinez, have gotten the opportunity to kind of communicate with ESPN Plus, like the important people from ESPN Plus, to make the streams possible. And it's been awesome because you never know who's watching the streams. It may be some, I don't know, CEO of a company that's going to want me to report for them or something. I don't usually come out on the ESPN streams. We're just kind of behind the scenes of the ESPN streams. But when we do come out is during the half times or on commercial breaks. We do have our news packages, because we do news packages, which are news stories for UTRGV athletics, and they do get shown on there. So that's even a bigger platform that more people could see our work on. So it's honestly been a really great opportunity and a whole new learning experience.
One thing that I did want to bring up, you mentioned that you work with Julissa Martinez, which we know she's one of your best friends. How has it been like working with Julissa on this project?
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't have the job that I am currently in if it wasn't for her. We were high school reporters with PSA Bears. So if anyone is from PSA and they're watching, I mean, I'm here representing y'all that everything is possible. I mean, there's still a lot to overcome. There's still a lot to do, but that is where we both came from. We were reporting with KTRI. We had an internship with them, and we were part of the video production team. So honestly, all of that was because of her. She was like, just do it. Like, let's jump onto this new, I guess, entity. I can't even say the word entity, I guess you could say, because you never know what to expect. And I mean, just because of that little reporting internship, which we would report at every single football game, literally live on camera. We were 17 or 16 at the time. We had no idea. We were super nervous, but that was really the jumpstart of our current majors and our future careers.
Wait, so let's take a step back. How did you hear about this internship with UTRGV?
This internship is actually under the SEI. It stands for Student Experience Internship. Jack Caffold is in charge of it. And of course, if you as a UTRGV student want to jump on, I think the only requirement is to have 1 year on campus, not necessarily like living on campus, but just being a UTRGV student. So if anyone ever wants to join, it is all through the Handshake. So on Handshake, you could just put what university you're in, what you're looking for. You could set up your profile. You could submit your resume. And that's where I found the job. Well, not necessarily found. My friend Julissa found the job, and then she sent me the link, and she was like, hey, apply as well. It'll tell you how much you get paid. It tells you what to expect. And there's just a lot of opportunities, because through Handshake, it's not only UTRGV. It's also outside employers looking for, new employees. So for sure, if you ever want to jump onto a similar internship like mine, because SEI is not only for broadcast. It was literally for every single major. It's just, I was just one of the lucky ones that got the internship right now.
What has been the scariest part of your internship? Because, like you're always filming and script writing. What's like the scariest part?
For sure, making sure I do everything right, because right now, our supervisors, they're not strict at all. They're super nice. But when it comes to our work, they make sure we do it not perfectly, but they want us to learn. And they always send back our work, but it's for the better, because of course we did it wrong. And I guess it's just that like nervousness that I get, like, oh no, like I don't think he's gonna like what I just submitted. Because for every report, every story we had to do, they kind of just give us a topic and we write the script, and our scripts always get sent back for revision, and we just fix them from there. But of course, I guess that is like the most scary part of it, just this whole new world, because within the span of 3 months, we learned the technicality and the behind the scenes of a ESPN Plus stream. We learned how to operate a camera, because, when you record those live events, like you can't just get a camera and be like, oh, use the camera properly so people can see what's going on. Because remember, there's viewers watching this. And then at the same time, we started reporting, and then I jumped on the V60 segment, which is with the marketing side of UTRGV. And it was just all that like kind of bunched up. And it was for sure a learning experience, but I'm happy that I kind of went through it already. So hopefully the second semester, which is my last semester of the internship, goes smoothly. You never know what will happen, but I'm pretty excited for what's to come.
It's amazing. And what is your dream job?
Dream job. I mean,
you've been doing so many things. Yeah. So it's like, what's your mark?
Yeah. My for sure last, not last. I want to continue doing everything. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's probably just the inner Taurus of me. everything, not power. I just want to be able to provide for my family
Experience,
and like everyone else would. But my final dream job is to potentially be an influencer. But of course, that is kind of hard with how social media is right now. Everyone wants to jump onto that game. So I guess my side gig as of now is for sure being a traveling reporter, like literally Good Morning America reporter, because it's really fun. I've always loved being in part of that environment. I don't know if anyone has watched the morning show on Apple TV, but it gives you a behind the scenes look of what a reporter goes through and what a news station goes through. And I've always enjoyed that. So apart from my actual dream job being an influencer and being a positive one too, because I don't want to just jump on and be like, oh, like I'm rich now. Like, no, I would love to give back to the community, especially the Rio Grande Valley, because I feel a lot of people lack the opportunities. People don't feel as inspired. I guess being from having Hispanic backgrounds, you don't have that sort of like your family doesn't support the whole social media realm as much as people from up north would, because they understand how it works. And I for sure would want to change that and change people's perspectives into like letting them know like, hey, there's so much more to the world, and hopefully being an influencer and having that money will help me get to that spot of influencing others as well.
It's amazing.
For a couple of weeks, I've been seeing everything that you post on Instagram, and I told Alondra the other day when we were like planning to book you for our episode 2. I was like, we should really have Mathew. Like, I don't know, because you work for Go UTRGV, which is part of UTRGV Athletics, and I was like, that's really cool. Yeah. Sort of like an inside scoop, like kind of like that aspect, because obviously Alondra and I are from like the student involvement aspect. Although I'm student activities, she's on Center for Student Involvement. So we kind of have these two departments. I was like, let's bring in sports. I want to see what they sort of like do behind the scenes. That is honestly so cool.
Yeah, I would for sure want to add it as well. My family is not a sports family at all. Oh. So I will tell you that right now, that every single sport, as much as I used to play them like every kid in high school, I used to be in every single sport that I'm currently working with. It's just I never actually understood the technicalities. So luckily I have awesome supervisors, Jonah Goldberg and Michael Rodriguez, Kara, literally everyone from the athletic department. They're super helpful. I'm so happy to have them on my side because they help me in anything I may need. But the whole point is just saying that I didn't know anything about sports, but as we went throughout the semester and throughout this internship, we slowly started learning, and everyone was pretty welcoming with the idea of like, hey, we have these new people jumping on. Let's help them out. Let's let them grow. And trust me, there's been a lot of room to grow, and I'm super happy for it all.
One thing that I did wanted to mention is that, which you talked about being a content creator earlier, is that you recently posted a video of conspiracy theories. What made you like get into like doing conspiracy theories videos? I thought that was so cool.
So cool. Like,
thank you.
Very interesting.
Yes, so I'm working on my presentation skills as much as I can, because at the end of the day, having people's attention is also up to the person who's recording the video or who's on the other end. Because right now, whoever may be watching right now, I'm trying to keep them engaged like through hand movement or just through my enthusiasm in my voice, because I want people to see the passion I have for everything right now. And as far as like the conspiracy theories, that happened because it's just, I've done it since I was little. I've always liked the whole
mystery.
Yeah, the mystery of the world. There's so many other theories, and I feel like this video in particular, it was kind of not a whatever video. I just gathered the conspiracies that I enjoyed and wanted to talk about. And this is like the first video I enjoyed myself, because this year, my 2022 goal is to be more confident on camera, be more confident with my work, because I've always been very iffy on it. And if you go back to my other YouTube videos, you could even see it in them where I feel like you could see that I don't even know what I'm talking about. Even in the traveling vlogs, I didn't even look as confident or whatever. But I don't know, as of now, the conspiracy theories were really fun. I hope I can continue. I hope I could continue it as a series. And if anyone wants to subscribe, it's just my name, Mathew Huerta.
That is honestly so cool. Also, you mentioned that this is actually your last semester in this internship. Is that correct?
Yes. And
what are your plans after this?
So I don't know. My plans as of now, I do really want to see if I could continue the internship. But of course, at the same time, I'm just like, if life doesn't offer me that opportunity, it's like, okay, we got to embark on something else. Because I guess like even more background, I used to be a manager at HEB, and being there, it was cool. I enjoyed having my coworkers, but it was just too stressful to have that sort of position at 18 years old. So I feel right now, I'm sorry, I forgot the question.
It happens.
What was your question again? I'm
Yesterday
sorry.
The
No. Oh, what I'm gonna
Yes,
do from here.
after.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
sorry, I was like, I lost my train of thought. No, but I meant like I transitioned from HEB to this internship, and after this internship, like I don't know what's to come, but something always
I'm
pops
ready.
up. Like yeah,
I'm ready
the
for
world
that.
always brings you something new. Because when I left HEB, I seriously did not know what I was gonna do with my life. I was just like, what am I gonna do for money, or I mean, not everything's about money, but still, what's gonna help me pass time? And luckily, this internship kind of came out of nowhere, and well, not nowhere, from my friend Jaleesa, but it was just awesome how life just threw that at me, and I took it on. And I mean, once again, I'm just happy to have it.
What is one thing that you would like to give advice to other people or new students here
Yeah.
at UTRGV?
For sure, UTRGV, I will say right now, is super underestimated. There's a lot of opportunity right now. Ruben and Alondra, what they're doing right now, they're like, it's fun. They're, as you can tell, they're in charge of social medias. They're in charge of like, well, not necessarily in charge. Like, their supervisors and stuff do all the behind the scenes of it, but they help in that aspect. And they're also getting the experience not only as a student, but also in their careers, organizing and stuff like that. I just encourage students to just jump on, get into those organizations, get onto an internship, get onto those campus jobs, because having an on-campus job is super helpful.
So amazing.
They're very lenient with your schedule as well. They make you prioritize school, and even with the internship I have right now as well, like they just make sure you prioritize school first and leave work second, and they do everything so it could benefit you in the future. So there's a lot of opportunity here. So if you are a first-year student, if you ever have any questions, I'm sure all of our DMs are open on Instagram, or if you find us on any social medias, just let us know where you're from, because we just don't want to message scammers or anything, because there's a lot of scammers on social media. But as of now, if anyone has further questions and if you need help or guidance, like let me know. I'm sure y'all are open to that too, hopefully. But
the
yeah.
CSI as well.
Yeah, for sure. Just be confident in your choices and be ready for what the world's ready to give you.
Something that students don't know is that there's so many opportunities here at UTRGV, like jobs. Students can find jobs through Handshake. They can join organizations and events on VLink. Like seriously, every single week there's so many events that students can join, and there's students who don't take advantage of this. And I feel like students who really take more advantage, because there are events provided for them, and some of these events have a ton of giveaways.
For sure.
I got 12 shirts my first week of school, free.
Yeah.
And it was all through the events that were happening on campus.
So y'all better go to all the events, because all the events have either cool merch, they have free food, or they have fun giveaways. I know they give away like AirPods and like stuff like that. I'm just like, oh my goodness, like
Papers.
So crazy.
Yeah, so if y'all can choose getting your classes online, I mean, not online, in person, avoid online classes so you could get that experience of being on campus. Because seriously, there's times where I'm just walking, I'm going to class, or I'm going to go study, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, they're giving free food over here. Or Ruben or Alondra, I would see on their stories, they would be like, hey guys, like, they're giving free shirts.
Free
There's games. Even at the game, like our actual games, there's tailgates. I don't know when we're gonna have another one, hopefully in the next game, but y'all need to go to those tailgates too. They're all the sponsors that UTRGV Athletics has. They stand outside, they're giving their merch and they're giving shirts. We have our bookstore there selling shirts as well. We have a moon jump. I don't know if I don't know if that's for kids. I have
it's for kids.
You see, I wanted to get it last that time.
They got mad at me and my friends last time. Like, it's for kids, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry.
You're halfway inside.
Wait, what do they have?
Moon jump.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's because at the tailgate, they're at, what is it called? Vaquero Village? I don't even know what it's called.
Yes.
Vaquero Village, during the basketball games, they have like
games sections.
Yeah, and they have sponsors outside too. and they sell food. Honestly, like the ambiance there is really cool. They have like string lights and stuff.
It's so
And
cool.
that moon jump that we're talking about, I don't know if it's a sponsor. I don't know if it's just UTRGV who brings it out, but it turns out it's for kids. So
It's only for kids, guys. So
yeah, I mean, overall, it's just a good time to hang out with your friends. Even during the breaks or the timeouts during the games, they make sure to bring in the students. So right now, I'm telling y'all need to go to the games. As students, you go in for free, and it's just fun because we have our marketing directors. I think I'm not too sure of her title, but her name's Kara, Ivania, and I think they're the only two that go out and get students. But they bring students to the court, and they're like, "Hey, like we're gonna do our money shot. It's from one. It's sponsored by one of our sponsors. I forgot the name of the bank." And if you make a free throw, you get $25 and you could double it to 100. There's just a lot of different opportunities to have fun, and we'll make money too.
One thing that I did wanted to ask you, Mathew, is how did you decide that UTR is going to be your home?
So I actually was going to go to UT Austin, but I realized I was just like, why am I going to waste so much money? I mean, it's a great school. I'm not saying it's a bad one. It's just there's so much competition over there. Here at UTRGV, like I said before, my families came here already too. Currently, my brother stands as an electrical engineer, and my sister's a teacher, a pretty successful one. She's already working on her master's, all through UTRGV. And I mean, that's the reason why I chose it. I was just like, I could continue the family tradition because we are first gen. Like our parents didn't go to college. They did go to college in Mexico, but I mean, that doesn't really count in America. And from there, I just saw like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I just saw opportunity. I don't know how to explain it, but when I came to the school, I saw opportunity in the school. I was just like, yeah, like I knew I could grow with the campus. I didn't know how. Maybe I manifested it or something, but I just felt like there's going to be opportunity and growth as a student. And so far, like I've mentioned, this broadcast internship was brought into my life, and it's only gone. There's only been good out of it so far. So. I mean, of course, I'm not saying it's easy. There's a lot of obstacles you do have to overcome. But trust me, if I was able to do it, everyone can too.
Yes.
Because I'm just a normal student. I'm just a normal person like everyone else. I didn't know what I was doing last year, and now I feel like I do. So even if you get lost, you will have that moment eventually of like, okay, I know what I want in life. You'll grab it and you'll be able to continue making better decisions from there.
One thing that I do want to ask to Mathew and to Alondra is your thoughts. Okay, so I don't know if you all know this, but last week, I'm the one who manages the social media for student activities. So last week, I was honored to be the one announcing the Distinguished Speaker Series that's going to be taking place in February. Common, the rapper, and actors coming. What are your thoughts on this, that he's coming to UTRGV in February?
You go first.
Well, actually, I don't know much about him. I feel so bad, but I think it's gonna be fun. He's gonna be here in person, right?
Yeah.
At the UTRGV Theater or where?
At the UTRGV Performing Arts Center. It's where they had the ring ceremony this past fall.
Yes. Okay, well, I mean, I'm super excited to hear what he has to say, his experience throughout, like what he has done. But yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys there if you guys go. So make sure that you guys go. And I don't know what you want to add on.
Yeah, no, I mean, just back to my other point, like he was a normal person as well. I mean, everyone's a normal person. Everyone has their own life. But I'm sure where he stands now wasn't easy. There was a lot of things to overcome. And it'll be for sure good inspiration because I know our Distinguished Speaker Series has always been awesome. Who was our last guest?
John Quinones.
John Quinones. I don't know why I forget his name, but like I grew up watching him, and honestly, it was such a good opportunity to, even if I was online because I saw him online because I worked that day, I wasn't able to go to the theater to see him in person. But just the fact that like he started at the bottom as well. You know, everyone builds up, and just to see how they succeeded in life, I hope it could encourage others. I mean, it encourages me to keep going because you never know what life's going to throw at you. Yeah. And luckily for like Common and John Quinones, it went well for them, and they were part of our what is it called, Distinguished Speaker Series. Yeah. And I honestly just think it's an awesome, I guess, segment you could say for the university and for other students to feel inspired to continue moving it on from life. Like moving on to better opportunities.
I actually got to go to the Distinguished Speaker Series with John Quinones, and I actually got to meet him behind the scenes. I was like, when he was talking, I was crying because he said like these guests that they bring here to UTRGV, they're so relatable, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I wish I could one day be like them, because they tell you like the story of their life or what they've done. And I know that Mr. Quinones said like a lot of stuff. For instance, in order for him to have the position like he is now, like he told a really good story that I'm pretty sure I think that the Distinguished Speaker Series was recorded, so it's somewhere on VLink or on YouTube. But he told a really good story, and the previous Distinguished Speaker Series that I remember going to was Mr. Anderson Cooper. Oh my gosh! That Mr. Anderson Cooper was actually on Zoom, and I had a meet and greet with him, and I remember telling him, "Oh, Mr. Anderson, like I'm so excited to meet you." And he's like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I was like, "I actually want to become a talk show host." And he's like, "The moment you open your mouth, I knew you wanted to be a talk show host." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like I remember crying. Like I was like crying. Like I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And then I was like, "Can you do me a huge favor?" He's like, "What is it?" I was like, "Can I?" Because I was on my phone. Like I literally had my phone like this. And I was in my living room, and I was like, "Can you do the visa? That way we can take a selfie," because it was online. I want to take a picture with him. So there's actually a picture out there of me and him doing the visa. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. But not gonna lie, I know both of you already talked about your experience with Common coming over to our university. I'm honestly very, very excited. I've seen like the reaction of all of our students here at UTRGV. They're all so excited for Common. And I'm honestly so excited. But I'm pretty sure our UTRGV higher ups are gonna see this. But do you know who I would die if they were to bring to UTRG for the Distinguished Speaker Series?
Cool.
You guys know this already.
Say, do you have your phone again? Let me see your
Can I pull out my phone again? I mean, I don't know if y'all know who that is. I mean, she's very famous. Like, she only has like over 10 Grammys.
Only.
I mean, UTRGV, if you ever can, and like invite me to a meet and greet, bring Taylor Allison Swift, aka the music industry. I would die, like, because it's
no, it is a good story, whatever she would say, because she's been relevant for I think like 13 years now. 13 years.
13 years.
I mean, I'm just saying because I think the last time I remember it was like around 2010 that she like launched her career, no? Or like around that time.
I'm not sure if there is
2011. Okay,
Good.
still that's 11 years.
Mhm.
11 years and still being able to make music that everyone loves and still being able to be in this game
and relate to it.
yeah, and yeah, I guess like still be relevant. Like I'm sure that must be stressful as well, and for her to still be happy with everything she's doing, like I think that'd be something awesome to share, kind of behind the scenes. So I mean, like Ruben said, if higher ups are seeing, it'd be a good story with anything she says. I mean, just to say how she started and where she currently stands.
This would be so massive, like bringing Taylor Swift here. We would have a full auditorium. Like they'd probably have to set up like an outdoor. I feel like the event would probably take place at the UTRD baseball stadium, because that's how big this. There'd be paparazzi. The media would be out there waiting for an interview. Like, oh my goodness, I would seriously die. Like, UTRD, please bring Taylor Swift. One day, I know I'm graduating this semester, right? But please, I'll come back for my master's. So, like, I don't care. Oh my gosh. But Mathew, thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. But before you go, we're actually gonna talk about other stuff that happened last week. So don't go anywhere, because we have a surprise for you at the end of our show. But before we go to your surprise, we want to talk about all the events that occurred last week with the Week of Welcome. Alo, do you have anything to say?
Unfortunately, no, at the moment, since The events haven't happened so far, and it's not. Mm, hasn't happened. But I know that you were at yesterday's event at the Welcome Bash. Yes.
Yes.
So
Honestly, it was so cool because all the events were like so amazing. Like I know this week some of the events had to be postponed because of the inclement weather. But I know that me and all of our team of student activities is currently working on bringing all the events back. But the week of welcome, I know one of the events that did happen. Well, two of the events that did happen was the back to school bash Camp Vaquero, and students got to get their shirts, um, which say Camp Vaquero, which I thought they were so cool. They even got to play games. They were playing these games with I don't
nice.
even with little bags. I don't even know what those are even called. But oh my goodness, it was so funny. We had like a bunch of tables.
No, yeah, potato bags, potato bags.
We had a lot of tables. The campus bookstore was there. I know they're like doing a giveaway of merch, and the two people that showed up to um the event was Miss Becky, the our dean of students, and our associate dean of students, Miss Delma Olivares, and I was so like, oh my gosh, like that's so cool. Miss Rebecca Gatson and Miss Delma Olivares, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe they're here. And I wanted to take a photo with them. I was just like, oh, because they're like so cool. They're like big personalities here. Like I know President Guy Bailey, he's very big here at UTRGV, but Miss Becky and Miss Delma, they're incredible people who I love so much. And I was like, literally yesterday after the event. Well, no, not yesterday. Last week. I don't know why I'm confusing. I'm thinking of Monday. Last week. After the event, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have taken a picture with Miss Delma, with Miss Becky. That would have been like such an iconic photo. Like, oh my gosh. And I know that the campus activities board was also there. They were
Free
giving away free stuff.
stuff.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. They're
Highlighters
always
and
giving cool stuff. Like,
Highlighters, notebooks, mugs, t-shirts. It was just such a blast. And the College of Fine Arts was also there. There's so many booths. And then afterwards there was a Venom movie showing, which I thought was so cool. Like I was like, oh my goodness. Unfortunately, the one for Edinburgh was postponed because you know how it got really bad. Like it was super cold, so we had to like kind of like push those events farther. So, but yeah, but I know that student activities and campus activities board and all of us are currently working on new dates for all these events because the weather's not cooperating, and since most of our events are outdoors, we don't really have many events indoors, honestly. And this weather, if it rain or like the rain or like cold really ruins it. I'm just like, oh my goodness, like why are you doing this to us? But yeah, and I know Mathew, on behalf of student activities and the Center for Student Involvement. Oh wait, I think
sorry, I have a small thing. I want to mention that the Center for Student Involvement is having events for this week. So we will be having a virtual involvement fair in Zoom, and it's gonna be the 26th. So it's gonna be tomorrow for you guys that are watching this. It's gonna be the 26th at what time is that gonna be? At 12 p.m. through 1:30. So hope to see you guys there. You could learn how to be involved with student orgs. If you guys would like to be part of a fraternity or sorority or any clubs that you guys are majoring in, there is always something for somebody out there for you guys. And I also want to mention that another event that is happening is with Austin Aries, which is going to be the 27th at 5:30 p.m. It's going to be virtual in Zoom. Remember that we have V-Link and you could see the events that are happening there, and you could RSVP for the events as well. So yeah, super excited. Hope to see you guys there. I'm going to be there in both events. So yeah.
And remember, when you do RSVP, you will get updates if anything happens. So I have gone to several events already, and it's always good to sign up, even if you are like kind of still thinking about it. Maybe it'll encourage you last minute to go, and it'll give you updated information if so. So for sure, make sure to join all these events. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what you're gonna encounter in these organizations that you could possibly join. So yeah.
Now, before we leave, on behalf of the student activities and the Center for Student Involvement, we actually have a gift for you, Mathew, for joining us today. For our
Am I supposed to open this here?
Yes, go for it. Yeah. I'm so excited.
This is an unboxing from my first day on Tuesday morning. What is y'all show? Sorry, I'm confused. What's y'all show?
Exclusive Tuesday mornings with
Ruben Alo. This is a gift. Wait, what is this? Do I open it?
Yeah, you
okay.
can.
It's a little vaquero in case y'all didn't see. This is our shopping haul.
It's actually a mug.
It's a mug?
A mug with a vaquero on it. It's really nice.
That is so cool. Okay. I'll get on to the other gifts while you open that.
Yeah.
We have some awesome. Are they socks? Oh yeah, they're socks. I was just like, wait.
Tiny socks.
Look, tiny socks. Okay, and then our mug. We have our
super nice.
Oh no, this is really cool. Look at the vaquero. It's like all embroidered.
It's so cute.
For your little coffee in the morning before you head to work or to school.
Yeah. I always drink coffee. I mean, I've kind of transitioned into energy drinks, which is super bad, but I will for sure be using this because it's really cool. Look at the vaquero. Let me just like show y'all again.
So cute.
And then what else do we have? We have a Germix bottle. Oh, I mean, it's just like UTRGV. When y'all go to events, they're usually passing out these UTRGV bottles.
Wait, so Mathew, quick question. Do you have the spray hand sanitizer?
No, I do not.
I'll give it to you. Don't worry. I'll give you some spray hand sanitizer.
Too?
That's a Vaquero honor code.
It's the Vaquero honor code. So if anyone doesn't know it, we are honest, we have integrity, and we are respectful. We are Vaqueros. So
yes,
that's our saying here with Vaquero Nation. We have a pretty pen.
I think it's orange.
It's orange?
Yeah.
It's actually black, but this is false advertising.
It's orange.
If anyone doesn't like
sticker from the herd. Have you heard?
And then I've actually been wanting one of these because I mean, ever since the pandemic started, I feel like everyone will find these useful. They're these door grabbers, so pretend this is like a door handle.
And the just pen as well.
Oh, but yeah, you also have the little pen, and it's good to put it on your keychain.
It's a stylus for your phone.
Hey, I want one.
So, I know.
I'll give you one. Alo.
Thank you very much.
These
are very thoughtful gifts of y'all, so I truly appreciate it. And thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It was very fun to talk to everyone and let them know what I'm currently doing. So if anyone, of course, has any questions of what I'm doing right now, I'm more than welcome to answer any questions y'all may have through DM or any other possible way. If you see me on the sidewalk on campus or something, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Just let me know what you're at, like where you're coming from, because like I mean I don't want to just approach a stranger. But yeah.
Thank you so much, Mathew, for joining us for episode 2. Alon and I we were so happy to have you here today. Next week we will be airing episode 3, and we might also have a special guest. I don't know, we kind of like thought it was like we should have guests on our show. Like that would be so cool. Because the more people we have, the merrier. So if you would like to be a part of our show, DM us on Instagram, and we're gonna like try to like plan everything out. And you never know who our next guest will be on our show. So thank you so much, Mathew. We love you.
Oh yes.
Thank you. I love y'all too.
Love you too.
Me too.
I'm not sure if you want to do a little like a shout out to your department.
Yes, of course. I would like to give a huge shout out to the UTRGV Athletic Department. I mean, once again, they've just been super supportive. And to anyone that even watches any of my content, I truly appreciate it. I mean, there's a long way to come from where we're all standing right now. we still have a whole life to live.
Yes.
So just
excited.
thank you for everything. And remember, if you ever want to be kept up to date with everything I'm doing, all my social medias are open to the public. So make sure to throw a follow. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know.
And also make sure to follow the UTRGV CSI and the UTRGV student activities everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat.
So yeah, we will see you guys next week on episode 3. This was Exclusive Tuesday Mornings with Ruben.
And Alo.
And your special guest, Mathew.
And special guest Mathew. That is so true. We'll see you all next week. So
See you
peace
guys
out,
later.
everyone.
Oh, am I coming out?
I